you're facing a foreclosure right now, I want you to hear this. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. It's okay to be scared. You're not alone. For most people, a home isn't just a building. It's a place where memories were made. It's where you raised your family and put your money and built your life. So it's totally normal to want to hold tight. But let's talk honestly. Sometimes the best way to move forward is by letting go. Selling your home during foreclosure, it really doesn't mean you're a failure. It means you're taking control. And in many cases, it's the smartest decision you can make. So let's talk about why. First, you can protect your equity. Home values have gone up a lot in the past few years. If your home is worth more than what you owe, you might have tens of thousands of dollars or even hundreds of thousands of dollars in equity. But if you let the foreclosure go through, you walk away with nothing. The bank sells it at a discount, and your equity is gone. Now, let's say your home is worth $400,000 and you owe $250,000. That's potentially $150,000 in equity. Selling now gives you the chance to keep the equity and use it for a fresh start. And secondly, you avoid long-term credit damage. A foreclosure can wreck your credit for 7 years. It can make it hard to rent, get a loan, or even land a job. But if you sell before foreclosure it's finalized, you avoid that black mark. Selling might feel like a loss, but in reality, it's protection for your future. And third, you get to plan your next step. When you're struggling financially, everything feels uncertain. But when you sell, you get to choose your next move. You might rent something more affordable, downsize, or even buy again in the future once you're back on your feet. When your finances are stable, your decisions become clearer. Fourth, you stop the financial bleeding. Staying in your home that you can't afford is like trying to plug a sinking boat with your hand. Late fees, penalties, legal costs, they all stack up. That extra debt eats away at your equity that you still have. Selling stops the bleeding. It gives you a clean slate. And fifth, you face reality with dignity. Holding on to a house that's draining you isn't strength, it's suffering. There is no shame in making a smart move. Selling your home lets you move forward on your terms, and that's really, really powerful. Now let's talk about how to actually sell your home when you're in foreclosure. You have options, but you need to move fast, and you'll need to choose the option that fits your situation. Now, option number one is basically the traditional sell through the MLS and a realtor, but be careful in North Carolina. In some states, a traditional home sale might work, but in North Carolina, they have what is called a non-judicial foreclosure process. That means things move really fast, sometimes too fast for a regular sale. See, from the time that you get the notice of default, you might only have about 90 to 120 days. You know what? A traditional sale takes that long from the time of listing to closing. Now, if the auction happens before the sale finishes, you could lose the home and the equity, and that's not worth the risk. Now, the second option is you could try to sell it by owner. You might be thinking, well, I'll just sell it by myself and save the commissions. But you know what? For sale by owner is tougher than you might think, especially when you're in a foreclosure. You have to do all the marketing, the showings, the pricing, the paperwork, and buyers will know you're in trouble. They'll likely offer less. Plus, selling this way, it takes time, expertise, and you probably don't have either. And you don't have much time to learn. So the third option is to sell your home to a cash buyer or an investor. Now, this is one of the fastest ways to avoid foreclosure. Cash buyers often close within days. They don't need inspections, repairs, or mortgage approvals, and they buy homes as is. That means you don't have to do any repairs. Now, they typically offer less than full market value, but if speed is your priority, it may be your best option. It's all about protecting what you still have. Now, there's also creative financing, which is also with an investor. Now, some investors offer flexible solutions that might actually help you avoid foreclosure and ultimately maybe receive a higher offer. They're called subject to sales, where they actually take over your mortgage payments, or maybe lease options, where they lease now and they buy it later. Seller financing, you become the bank and you get paid over time. And each of these can provide financial relief and help protect your credit. Just make sure you're working with someone who's reputable and trustworthy. Now, a short sale is another bonus option. In a short sale, you sell the home for less than what you owe, but your lender has to approve that and have permission. This can be a better option than foreclosure if the current market value of your home is less than what you owe on the home. But it does take time and coordination with the bank. So, I know it isn't easy. Letting go of your home can really feel like you're giving up everything. But that's not what this is. This is choosing your future. This is protecting your finances, your family, and your peace of mind. You know what? You're not alone in this. We help homeowners like you every day. If you're ready to talk through your options, visit our website, www.foreclosuresolutionsnc.com. There you're going to find helpful articles, resources, and ways to schedule a free consultation. Remember that the sooner you act, the more options that you have. You can still turn this around, and we're here to help you do it. Thank you for your time. I hope you found this helpful.